What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel and the video. What I got going on today is the awesome TS195, the 195 millimeter FPV racing quadcopter, the do-it-yourself kit. Well, as you can see, I have already assembled it and also have test hovered it, and so far everything is working fine. Now this is my very first racing quadcopter build, and I have to say I was intimidated at first, but it actually was a very easy process due to all of the pieces fitting together like a glove. There were no instruction manual that came with the build either, so it was scary at first, but like I said, everything fits together like a puzzle. There are certain steps, of course, that should be done before other steps, and this being my very first time, I had to backtrack on some of the steps, rookie mistakes. Nothing serious, like putting the battery strap on before installing the board and not afterwards, and also completing the camera housing at the end of the build and not in the beginning of the build. And like I said, rookie mistakes, but everything came together at the end, and that is all that matters. And of course, what matters most is that it works. So here is the final product, and it looks awesome. So this is the box that it came in, and let me open it up and show you how all of the pieces were inside. Look at how nice everything was packed in here. All of the pieces had their own compartment. Okay, here are some of the items that I have left over from the build. First, let's take a look at the extra set of arms that they provide you with. Now these arms, if put on the quadcopter, will have raised the quadcopter a lot higher off the ground, as you can see. And I thought the straight arms were a better choice because due to the center of gravity, these angled arms will just make the quadcopter top heavy. So I have chosen to put the straight arms instead of these angled arms, but you do have a choice. Also, they provide you with another battery strap, so that is pretty cool. Now, also, they give you a full set of black props and a full set of red props, in which I took 2 of each and put the red ones in the front and put the black ones in the back. And what they also provide you with are other options for your antenna fixture there, and another set of wire for your receiver. Now this one is a PPM set, and the one that I'm using at the moment here is the S-Bus wire, and I am using a FrSky XM Plus receiver, and it comes with 3 pins, so it is an easy attachment because the S-Bus wire also have this 3-pin attachment connector, so it just plugs in and you are set to bind with your transmitter. Okay, so let's go back in time to the beginning of the build. I apologize for not documenting the build with video capture, but I did manage to take some photos while in the build process. So here is the box that it came in, and how nicely everything is packed in the box. I am debating whether to try the angled arm or the straight arm, and ultimately decide to go with the straight arm at the end. Attaching the arms here with the provided hardware, and like I said, it just fits perfectly with pre-drilled holes, and although there are different size screws, its length will determine where it goes. The smaller standoffs are placed first, and the power distribution 4-in-1 ESC combo board next, and the slightly taller standoffs secures the board in place. Here I start messing with the camera housing to see how it comes together. Next, the motors were installed, the power XT60 cable and all of the motor wires were soldered on next. The antenna connector was soldered onto the flight controller / VTX combo board next. And the cables for the receiver and the FPV camera was attached. All 4 screws for the motors were used. And rookie mistake, the battery strap. Now everything was put back together and the long motor wires were taped onto the arm as well. One of the standoffs for the camera housing barely fit due to the camera connector, but the camera still works. The wire is routed through the opening on the plate, and the camera housing is assembled, and the camera is installed, as well as the bracket for the action camera as well. The XM Plus receiver is connected to the receiver wire via the 3-pin connector. Here is the finished build with red props in the front and the black props in the back. Oh, and one thing I forgot to mention is the cable that connects the power distribution board to the FC flight controller is right up there in the front, and you cannot make a mistake because each of the connector port is a different size. So this is a true X configuration, and the arms are 3.5 millimeters thick carbon fiber frame. The flight controller is the awesome F3 flight controller, and it is preloaded with Betaflight 3.1.5. The board also has the built-in 5.8 gigahertz VTX with 40 channels, and it is 25, 200, and 400 milliwatt switchable. There is one single button to change the channels and frequency with a LED display, but the LED display is very hard to see. The FPV camera is an awesome brand, and it is 800 TV line CCD camera. And the motors are awesome brand as well, and they are the 2205 2600 kV motors, and we are given the 5-inch tri-bladed props. The FR Sky XM Plus receiver is used, and it is just double-sided tape in place, and a couple of zip ties with coffee straws are used to secure the antennas. And this quadcopter weighs in without the battery at 291 grams. So there it is, guys, my very first quadcopter build. So let's go see if she flies. All right, let's see. All right, powered on. Yes. And she is hovering pretty good. I got a 4S 1300 mAh battery on there. Stock PIDs or the default PIDs, Betaflight 5.1.5, and she is doing very well. There's a little breeze kicking in, but it doesn't bother this one. Very light on its feet. All right. Around 75% there. Okay, 100% punch out. Not bad. Hey, I built it myself. Pretty good. Horizon mode. The motor's kind of stopped there. If you don't have the motor stop activated, you need to give it a little bit of throttle so the motors don't cut off. Nice. All right. We are in acro. Pretty good. It is doing pretty good. All right. Let's bring this baby in. Give it a landing right here. The grass is getting kind of tall now. All right. Okay, here we go. We are taking a look at the recording from the Fat Shark DVR here. There's a little bit of static. We'll take a look at this recording first, and then we'll take a look at the recording from the Run Cam 2 on the next clip. So far, so good. It is very nice. It is doing fantastic. There was a little static there at about 100 meters, a little bit of static here, but it's really, really nice, man. Nice and smooth. And it has more than enough power with the 4S battery. I'm really liking this one, man. It flies almost the same as the Fury Bee Futon, just about. A little quicker on the flips and turns than the Futon, though. There's a little static there. It is very responsive and goes where you want it to go. I'm noticing a tiny bit of vibration on throttle up, and it could be the tune on Beta Flight that needs more adjustment. Very responsive. Oh, a little blackness there from the VTX. But it's all right. You are still able to see everything. Very smooth flyer, man. Like I said, it reminds me of the Futon 200. Almost identical in flight characteristics. Overturned there a little bit. Oh, another overturn there. I need to get used to it, or the rates can be set a little lower to match my thumb muscle memory. Well, a little too close on that one. Try again. All right, a little bit better. A really nice flyer, this awesome TS-195. And the nice thing about it is that I built it myself, so to fly it and seeing that everything is working is a very good feeling indeed. Turns very well. There was a little bit of static there. And it's got lots of speed, man. Lots of speed. All right, the flight is coming to an end here. So on the next clip is the same flight, but recorded on the Run Cam 2. All right, so until next time, guys, thank you for watching and have a great day.